All right, we are talking about the Acolyte, or I am talking about the Acolyte. I mean, we could talk about the Acolyte. You could talk to me through the screen and say I'm wrong. You can say I'm wrong, mother ever. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, let's talk about the Acolyte right here, the newest Star Wars show on Disney Plus. And I'm gonna go into spoilers, so if you've not seen the episode, best tune away now, and then come back later. So yeah, let's get into this. So, what did I think about the first two episodes of the Acolyte? I would say it was all right. The first two episodes are all right. I liked it. I wanted to love the first two episodes because you get these grifters out here talking about the show or just complaining even before the show came out that they're just complaining about the show being diverse in its like castings, which yeah, I don't know, you're gonna get that. But yeah, I like the castings in the show, and yeah, I just thought it was all right. I wanted to love it, but I thought it was all right, and I may love it later. I feel like it's a show that's probably gonna build up. It kind of seems like a slow burn a bit, so yeah, we'll see. But I was kind of thrown off in the first two episodes with the mystery because there is a mystery to it, but it wasn't really the mystery that they kind of portrayed what's gonna happen from the trailers because they made it seem like a sort of like a more of like a murder mystery on like a who done it like situation right here, where it didn't really go that way because we know who's killing these Jedi from the very first scene in the first episode, and it's actually revealed to be a twin sister. So Amanda Stenberg's playing twin sisters in here, May and Osha, which is kind of a twist, but they didn't really build on the twist that much. I feel like they made it more subtle when they could have made it actually kind of a bigger reveal. So yeah, but it is like they supposed to be more of an antagonistic evil twin sister named May who's killing, and she starts off by killing Carrie Ann Moss, which I did not expect at all. But the real mystery is why May is going after these Jedi. Because, of course, they revealed that their parents died in a fire, and May was also presumed dead. So are the Jedi hiding something? Were they hiding that, oh, may have survived and got out to Osha? Because there's a conversation with Sol, Lee Jung Jae's character in the show, where it sounds like he's kind of hiding a little bit when he's telling, we thought she died in the fire. And yeah, when she killed Indara, which is Carrie Ann Moss's character, Trinity, at the start of the first episode, yeah, I didn't really expect that. I was like, wow, really? They killed off Carrie Ann Moss in the very first scene, like just maybe like 5 minutes into the episode. So yeah, and it was a good fight scene. I think it's a fight scene they showed in the trailers, and I thought it was good. There's a little bit of Matrix, element to it with the fighting that Carrie Ann Moss is doing. So yeah, I think we're gonna see more of her in flashbacks because I gotta expect they're gonna reveal like what the Jedi did or whatever the Jedi are hiding. So yeah, we gotta see Carrie Ann Moss again, and also she wants to go after Master Soul and then Konaka, who's the Wookiee Jedi that they showed at the end of the second episode. And it's like, yeah, Soul seems like a good guy, but I don't know, maybe I guess he is hiding something from when he talked to Osha about May's presumed death in that fire. One of the things I like about the show so far is there's nuance to the protagonist and the antagonist so far in the show, because May doesn't feel completely evil, and the Jedi seem to be hiding something about May right here from Osha. So it seems like they are kind of pointing towards the Jedi maybe being a little bit shady. So yeah, we'll see whether they're not gonna be evil, of course, but it is gonna be a little bit nuanced, like maybe like Rogue One almost, or even like Andor, where we see like rebels in like Andor or Rogue One. They're doing some dirty tactics, and I would expect that we're gonna see some Jedi in here, probably with some dirty tactics or trying to hide something. But there's also a villain also guiding May, which he kind of has similarities to Kylo Ren based on the way he speaks. He's got that mask with the teeth in the trailer, so or it looks like teeth. Now it's not really teeth, but yeah, it's kind of a cool looking mask, I think, from the trailers. But we'll see what happens with this villain. I don't know. I doubt he's gonna be somebody significant in the show so far, but maybe he will be. I mean, if they're hiding his face, I don't know. And one thing I find interesting is they're making Jedi out to be like police in the show, and it even kind of feels like a police procedural when they're going after that smuggler or who supplied May with that poison that she used to kill that Jedi. What's his name? Master some, I forgot his name, but he was the one who was like meditating, and they send Osha in there to pose as May, and they get him recording, and they go in there. So yeah, everything's from that. It seemed like something out of like maybe like CSI or NCIS or something like that, one of those shows. So it was kind of interesting to see that in Star Wars, and yeah, they're very much making the like Jedi out to be more of like authority in this, which I think is pretty cool. It's like a different look. It's a fresh take on the Jedi in this show. There's even one scene that feels a bit like The Fugitive when Osha crashes on that ice planet. It's either the end of the first episode or start of the second, where she's in the caves and then Soul saves her from falling down. Like, it felt like that part in The Fugitive where Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones are on that dam, and then Harrison Ford jumps off. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I think it was probably a little nod to The Fugitive, but they're definitely not going that route. Jumping into my negatives, this is one thing I think a lot of people probably won't have as a negative, but I feel like the production looks too much like a set in this show. And I think that goes for like most of the Star Wars shows so far, like Book of Boba Fett. Even see some of that in The Mandalorian, and maybe a little bit in Ahsoka. Although I thought Ahsoka, they did a good job of hiding it looking like a set, but I just thought in this show, or so far in the first 2 episodes, it looks a little bit too much like a set when they're in these like small towns or in these planets. So yeah, I don't know, that just kind of bothers me sometimes, and I feel like there's a lack of atmosphere like that. I think that's what does it. There's a lack of atmosphere. It doesn't feel like they're in a real location where they could make it look like a real location. Like, I know they had sets on Andor also. Like Andor, they filmed in practical locations, like on location, where that just looked beautiful and there was atmosphere to there. But even on the sets, like in the town that Andor lived in, I thought they made it very much like feel real. Also, with the first 2 episodes having an abrupt ending, I feel like they didn't really map out where the episodes were gonna end. So they were like, yeah, let's have an first episode when Osha crashes, and then the second episode they showed the Wookiee Jedi Selnaka, and just right away they just ended right there. So I don't know, I guess they just wanted to tease Selnaka, and they're gonna display him in the next episode, or her. I'm not sure if it's him or her, but yeah, we'll see. But it's gonna be cool to see a Wookiee Jedi in episode 3. But Amandla Stenberg, I thought she did a great job playing dual roles, Osha and May. It's cool that there is nuance between the two characters. Like, she's not playing May out to be completely evil, but she definitely is an antagonist to the show, and she's probably an antagonist to Osha. So yeah, we'll see how they differentiate through the show. But I have a feeling that they probably will come together at some point later. So yeah, we'll see that. And Lee Jung-jae from Squid Game, he did a fantastic job in the first 2 episodes so far. I really like his character, Master Soul. He has a similar essence to Qui-Gon. So yeah, I think he fits the role pretty well, and yeah, he does pretty good. He's like, his fight scene with May in the second episode, I thought was pretty good. And I like the dynamic he has with Osha, because it seems like she was his apprentice at some point, and yeah, they definitely have a bond right there. And Daphne Keane plays Jackie, who is like his apprentice right now. I feel like she's kind of got that she kind of feels like Obi-Wan from The Phantom Menace, when Obi-Wan was the apprentice of Qui-Gon. So I feel like with Soul and Jackie, it's like Qui-Gon. It's kind of very similar to Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan from The Phantom Menace. So yeah, I like Daphne Keane from Logan, of course, playing X-23. But yeah, she seems like a cool character. Charlie Burnett playing this Jedi named Yord Fandor. He's kind of like, seems like a Jedi that's more uptight, and you kind of sense maybe he's going to not trust Osha at some point. But there's a moment in that second episode where he's kind of following her, and he's like telling the other Jedi, who, when they find that other Jedi that's dead, the one that was meditating, he comes around and says, oh, she didn't do it. So he definitely trusts her. So it's like they're throwing kind of a curveball right there, thinking, oh, this Jedi's not going to trust her or whatever. He's like a former friend to her. So yeah, I don't know. He's good. He's all right. There's like a pointless scene with his shirt off, which is kind of stupid. And Carrie-Anne Moss, of course, as Endora. Yeah, we're probably going to see flashbacks of her later. We'll see where she ties in with Osha and May and all that, and why May's going after these Jedi. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see why May killed her. But yeah, it's all right. I like the first 2 episodes. I'm intrigued. And I would say one of the reasons why I'm intrigued in this is it feels fresh. It feels like a different story where we see the Jedi be more like authority, be more like cops in this show. And we're like, what are they hiding? What are they hiding in this show? That's kind of the mystery. And yeah, that's a mystery that's keeping me kind of intrigued with this. And I would say it better build up the mystery well here and give it more energy, because I feel like there were moments in the first 2 episodes where it could have used a bit more energy for this like type of show. So yeah, I feel like they were kind of making it more subtle, but I feel like you gotta give it the energy. You gotta give this kind of show its energy. I have hope that The Acolyte can be a show I really like, but there is also a chance that it could disappoint me, like Book of Boba Fett did, like Obi-Wan did. Or it could be a show like Ahsoka, which I liked. I didn't really love it, and I understand the complaints, but I think I liked it because I was attached to Star Wars Rebels and I was attached to these characters. So yeah, so with this show, I see it kind of going both ways where, man, this could disappoint me or I could really like it. So we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, give me your thoughts on The Acolyte, the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte. And also, where do you think we're going in the future episodes? So yeah, give me your thoughts down below. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Rebel out.